All you people are sleeping. TU-LOX'S come to wake you up. We see things, but they teach us we're dreaming. But I have come to wake you up. Having knowledge is the key thing. Having a wisdom will lift you up. You're born a lazy man, you die a lazy man. Would someone wake him up? All you people are sleeping. TU-LOX'S come to wake you up. Watching the man Shakespeare underrepresenting live on Living Colors, right? My 2 cents podcast, I don't know.
Sing again, sing again. I want them again. So didn't I tell you that the beast is roaming? Yeah. Protect your children. Call like a raging storm is coming. Lion twin, yo, we want them again. So didn't we tell you that the beast is roaming? Yeah. Protect your children. Call like a raging storm is. Yo, 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 yo. Listen up.
Blessed, welcome to another episode of the My 2 Cents podcast. I'm your host, TU-LOX'S, the 876 Rebel, and as usual, today's episode will be brought to you by
Rebel 13 Collections, where creativity lives. We also do everything printing except fingerprinting. We also offer the finest and best in embroidery services in the island. Check us out at 876-898-9888. And also to get direct access to the updated merchandise, you can simply follow us at Rebel 13 Collections on Instagram. Still a reminder item, check out Curly Locks Book Planet Her, available on all digital platforms. Available in Jamaica at jamaicadeals.com.
Alright, so before we go into the video, we just have a couple of things for iron out. See, based on my last video, I get a couple comments, but a particular comment stand out to me, and me cannot believe, say, people they are such a low vibration mentally that when it comes to politics, it can hurt them so bad. Them can try to find the worst things to say about me. Look on the comment here. Now look on the waist, man. Here. Start something. Draft a petition, initiate a protest, create an official body that can challenge the government. Do something otherwise than talk, bold types. You're welcome to address me as another fucking idiot, which is true, you're a fucking idiot, and waste man, and put most of your effort into highlighting my ignorance and lack of intelligence that you definitely have. But all you're doing is the same thing, we may assume they must say same. You criticize others for in a different way. People are a plural noun. How many people are preoccupied with their own survival? One cannot effect change unless he has the power and ability to do so. Whether it is found in his youth or his charisma, his skills, his connection. So, I never heard already yet. I must connection in my choice. I never said this already yet. Connection, sir. What is that? Simply is perseverance. When you reach outside with that mic and call out Andrew and Nigel upon them fuckery and nobody at all support you, then you can talk. Till then, just know say every video you put up is just for the dollars. Alright, now to the idiot they know. Just in case you don't know, most of them video we put on that platform get two things. Either YouTube block them or them get demonetized. See? I don't seem like you're intelligent enough to know what demonetized mean. You really feel like said this one me there so do are the favorite? This are the politically correct thing to do, pun intended. You really feel so? If me never decide say I change me and implement, you feel say me would have 84,000 subscriber? If I did mix up me a deal with the talent that me have, trust me, millions in a subscription me that have. So you see next time when you think about $dollars you deal with, and this you deal with, and that you deal with, and guess what? Anything when I benefit me financially, but after there's somewhere else, I do the work to take care of my picking them. So yes, everything what everybody do for your living, you look for get paid. But it is your intention where you do with your platform, where tell you where I deal with. If me did I deal with fuck wherever so like how some people, believe it or not, say I mix up me where I deal with. If I mix up me did I deal with me rotten. compared to what me have now. Me far from broke. Long before YouTube. Twin of twins, not just me, was YouTube before YouTube. And everything we ever say from them time there till now have a message in it. So if me use my platform to guide you them in the right direction, how am I part of the problem? How am I not doing? How am I just talking? And the same video where you watch and criticize me, you know, see me keep on treat. You're getting a political feeling. How much treat the politician them keep? Some man have to go on one side. We're not really not like the fact that somebody out here where I show the people them the right thing the same way. How you never write a long letter when them youth come and sing Bahobia? When the culture get fucked. How you never DM me on Instagram them time there? If nobody not talk, nobody not act. So if you come now brave around out and say attack or not attack, attack you know want me talk. If me never monetize YouTube, I make you understand this. I don't have to do something else. So YouTube have to pay me so me can take care of my bills and my family them. Same way, in order to carry out the message. Now, Marcus Garvey, for example, no donation run every organization like that. Nation of Islam, all these things, the donation, the money them need, but them need money for do. Why they never just go talk? Big and broke and hungry, because them have to look at 9 to 5, batty boy. Them have to look at 9 to 5 because everybody, regardless of what they have sense or not, you have to work. And if me there so and me have put out 3/4 of my time, yes so have to pay me. So just because me I get paid doesn't mean say the only thing me I deal with is being paid. If that was the case, man, no YouTuber, I would say no YouTuber wouldn't popular like me. Because I'm over talented, brother. And if me did put my talent towards fuckery, me a biggest fucker boy. Try know that. Batty boy. Now, I'm going to show now. See? From the last video, I tell you something that I have an update in the caption. Because I realized that them did backtrack, change them out. Bare things go on in a short space of time when I do the last video. But if the video do already, the show have to go on. So I put it in the caption so I have an update. See it here. Now, I don't want to feel like I'm a fool to politics and the governing of our country. I don't want to feel like I say, oh, just don't vote. You have to have voted. Somebody have to govern the country. I totally understand that. But whether PNP or Labour right, any one of them will get the position. We have the right as citizens to hold them accountable. A lot of comments really dark and foolful and shows why Jamaica is in the state that it's in. We have too much dunce in Jamaica to a point where I saw it reach. Pick me go school now with bag, mark, dunce. And the part where I'm not going to believe, the school them come out against it. They would not accept the students where come to school in the dunce bag, which is right. If you accept dunce and you're a picnic at school and come out dunce, you take it for style in a one part and then you want your youth for bright over one next part. When you, the parents, I tell them say it's okay to be dunce. Too much of the idiot parents them want friend picnic now, man. Just imagine, pastor walk out on the pulpit on Sunday. When you look at sit on him shirt, all hail Satan. That don't make no sense to any Christian. I say people say, people who are lick out on the dunce on the back them with the youth are overreacting. If you're a youth, come in at your house and tell us, oh, I want to smoke, drink, take drugs, and do Mali, and all these things, based on the fact that the social acceptance for these things past the norm these days, through the roof. I can't believe it. What is the purpose of a school again? Somebody remind me. Forget bright or forget dunce? And remind me. And yes, I understand that a lot of things in a society become style and it becomes the norm, but that doesn't mean say it right because it became accepted. After the school them lick out on this dunce string, Ministry of Education come out come say this. Education Ministry warns schools against barring students over controversially branded bags. Now, when Ministry of Education they come say, boy, you can't turn when a student based on them hairstyle, me respect that. But now, Ministry of Education come out back. And I say, you can't turn me no youth based on what mark on them bag. Now, you name the Ministry of Education. And the term dunce literally contradict on the ministry. You can't hug up dunce and still call yourself the Ministry of Education. Are the biggest oxymoron, the biggest contradiction. You call it what you will. That in itself was a dunce move. The Ministry of Education should have backed the school level. Do not agree for the picnic them have that mark on them bag. Because a lot of these students, based on the facts of them parents good with it, will not learn shit and them not get interested. Because my mother agree with the dunce culture. Because my father agree with the dunce culture. So much so, them put it on my bag. And allow me, matter of fact, put it on my bag. Then buy the bag. Send me a school with it. The amount of dunce when I go see all in the next 1 year. Matter of fact, 3 months. First quarter. You're not going to believe it. Now, look for them comments here. It's just a slang. And that person never said that. You and your pick me them dunce alike. That is why you can't find nothing wrong with it. Remember, all if a dunce did in a society now, all if a dunce get them pick me here now. Morally empty people have a chance to shine now. Dunce have a chance to shine out, you know. So you see, as soon as the dunce thing come up and it get nice, them hug it up. You know why? All them life, them shame for dunce. Now them can actually come out and feel like them never make no mistake by being dunce. By avoiding school, them never make no mistake. Them alright now because dunce is now accepted. So them feel a sense of accomplishment. I want to believe it or not. Check another comment here. Which is right. Schools have no business barring students from school because of a bag. Let's focus on what matters most, their education. I just hope they challenge the message on their bags. Eventually, this trend will die. Big dunce boy. Which trend boy you know nobody challenge? Once something becomes socially acceptable, everybody, especially if you're a teenager, accept that. And once you accept it, you're not challenge. Shit. Big waste, man. The only way to battle this is for it not to be there. For nobody have a challenge in the first place. If it not dead, you don't have it to deal with. The maths then are simple. But sorry. How me expect a dunce somebody will back your literacy if you can do maths? You really back it, then you have to hope them challenge. You leave the youth them to hope them challenge or mark on them back. Suppose they don't. They will just become another statistic of this ideal. Now, everybody know the big fuss where go on when the government come out and decides that they're going to use taxpayer money. See, now I'm going to show you today how the government of Jamaica, any one of them, wicked to the people. And the people cause it on themselves. I not ever stop repeat that. See, because people treat you according to what them know, them can do. It come like an abusive relationship. See, the first minute a woman take a box from a boy and decides that she going to allow it, and she get a second one, a third one, a fourth one, she not stop get beaten until she stand up for herself. See, so until the people stand up, we're going to always get the abuse there. See, now, basically what I say is this. When the government say, as usual, so there's a fuss in any kind of way about them incompetence, them always going to damage control. After them come out initially and say taxpayers' money, them are going to use for fund the $14-15 million a month. And on me I say it. This was actually put out by the government, the Minister of Finance. This is exactly what he said when he was interviewed about the matter.
Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says on Thursday he was informed of industrial action being taken by employees at Stocks and Securities Limited due to the non-payment of August salaries. Ironically, this was the same day an update was provided on the matter by the Financial Investigations Division, indicating the wider reach of the fraud. The Finance Minister says a decision was made to cover the staff costs at the entity.
FID was only able to establish that since investigations began earlier this year. Because they've had the they've had the presence of employees who can answer questions that investigators have and who know their way around the data and information that the company has.
He says the government was not left with many options.
Presented with this reality that SSL can no longer pay its employees, we have a choice. If we don't pay the employees and they are no longer available, then that will compromise the investigation. And that's not good for Jamaica. The public interest is served by full ventilation of this matter in a way that has never happened before. We never had full ventilation investigation in FinSAC. We never had full investigation in Olint in Jamaica. We never had full investigation and ventilation of Cash Plus and so many of the other fraudulent financial schemes. And we're saying this time must be different. But to enable that, we need to keep the employees at SSL for a little while longer. Now, some people have mistakenly believed that this is somehow a bailout of SSL or a bailout of SSL shareholders. Let me be abundantly clear. Shares in SSL are worth zero, and shareholders of SSL have lost their investment in SSL entirely. Shareholders of SSL have lost their investment in SSL entirely, and the government is not making any steps to provide any remedy for that.
Now, I want you to tell me, after I watched that video a while ago when I just watched, if you don't see any kind of transparency, see, them people are bright people. But now I go assume in no way, say Nigel Clark get the position of him in by being a big dunce at school. Matter of fact, when they make a decision to defend a failed company where rob billions of dollars from them investors, it never occurred to you once when you do that interview I just watched. So you should make it way more transparent as to alleviate any kind of misunderstanding. You want to tell me say your PhD and your whole heap of D and your whatever you have, never even remind you say you have to have common sense. And when you talk to people about money, money is always and will always be a sensitive subject. So when you depend on that, you have to cross your T them on that every eye. Every question that somebody might ask, but I forgot to say the government. Only know some verse in a domino effect. That video when you just watch, where you understand from it. When you watch it, the government will pay the staff to continue in order to aid the investigation. So that means that the worker them have to keep working. And them come to that decision and them decide that the government, now usually money where the government spend, not in all cases, you know. The first assumption, once the government I go foot the bill for the SSL employees to remain working, automatically everybody I go assume both types say a taxpayers' money. See, it get even way more trickier. Watch this.
Let me just state that the resources that will be used by the FID to finance the extraordinary expenses associated with its investigation into SSL will not be from tax revenues. These extraordinary expenses will be funded from the proceeds of assets confiscated from wrongdoers by the FID pursuant to Jamaica's proceeds of crime legislation.
Put another way, money from ill-gotten gains, like the assets that were taken away from criminals. The value, $300 million. It's in an interest-bearing account controlled by the FID.
The resources that will be used to temporarily and on a short-term basis pay SSL salaries and expenses, which facilitates the maintenance of client accounts and facilitates the investigation, will not be from the government of Jamaica's tax revenues. The resources in this regard will be from the FSC.
FSC is a self-financing regulator that does not receive money from government. The finance ministry said it has $1.8 billion in reserves.
Alright, so first, before me give you my opinion, but none of them two videos when I just watch. I just want to know if I understand, say, yo, when you're in a government, governing a home, not easy for do, much less for govern a country. Because I'm not going to act like I'm blind and politicians perfect and I'm supposed to just make Jamaica this nice, euphoric place on earth. That's not what I'm saying. And as I say, no country not easy to run. And if a Jamaican people you deal with it, it'll go even tougher. What I want to know if you understand is this. The government, see now we're talking about Jamaica in a specific case here, has a reputation to maintain, see, especially to the international community, because Jamaica is heavily dependent on investments. Example, Krispy Kreme, Starbucks, all these American companies, if them are looking and start view Jamaica as a place where them investment depend fragile ground, they might pull out. And the Jamaican economy need investments like these. So guess what the government are going to do? Them have to take it on as if to say them care about this level of fraud. So what them are do with that is them are buy investor confidence. Right there, so that situation is not easy for deal with. I may have common sense. I may know that. But here's where the government go wrong with all of this. Why you not make sure say the guns when you take from gunman we murder how much people? Why not just give back police them gun there? JD, give them back. Oh, morally that's not right, because these guns have taken lives, majority of them, right? If your morality stops you in your tracks from giving soldier and police the guns, the weapons that are taken from these criminals, why didn't your morality stop you from spending money derived from crime? Why? So it's just money. It no matter where it come from, it no matter the act behind it. But you can't give away the gun them to our police force, because most of these weapons have been involved in illicit activities, murders. But the proceeds of crime, I never say this, can be used to do anything what they want. There's nobody on the face of the earth who can tell me that they not deliberately omit critical information out of both interviews. Them know all of the questions that the people are going to naturally ask. And if you are not being transparent, fully transparent with the public, why would the public hesitate in any kind of way for suspect foul play? Tell me that. I may not be a negative Nancy, but why would you take the money derived from crime to finance another crime? If you didn't really mean it, so you're not going to do anything positive towards the image of Jamaica have, don't you think the proceeds of crime should have been used for the negative occurrences from crime? How about counseling for umpteen amount of families left affected by crime? You see the drugs man them house, but you're left behind the endless amount of crack and cocaine. How about rehabilitation for people where the drugs man them fuck up? How about compensation for the people them who get scammed in any kind of way? How about that? You don't think that would be a better way to invest the money? More than just have it in an account and wait till you not decide to help on a friend with it. You want them to say all along we're gonna have so much money from this act. And a shaggy. If you have battle with Children's Hospital, explain that. You want to know one direct pun whether wicked? When you take it fully done them money and give it back to teachers to help them in a time when they might leave the country in droves. And don't ever think them are going to prioritize teacher. Because only duns you can rule, and that has been a part of the main strategy from morning. One politician may ever see a business with education, and he named Michael Manley. And that is what made him the unfavorable politician, because he is serious about education. After Manley, Jamaica got downhill, back way, and this not have nothing to do with PNP or Labour right, but any one of them. If Andrew Holness come out tomorrow and do some sensible thing, and me first sit down here, sir, and say, big up yourself, my boss, me like that. So whenever them do them fuckery, PNP or Labour right, you gotta hear it right, yes, sir. Jamaican people have business with no education, and the government worse, because they know that there is no control within any person who is educated. You can have dialogue, but not control. Never. So the worst one of the pun here, can you imagine? You take some boy who say a crime them a deal with, straight money, and give police. That would have been the worst one. You know how much man wouldn't want bad just because they don't want to pay police? Enough man that say, nah man. And when they lock me up and take my money, a police will get that. No sir, they not badness son. Now I give no police boy my money. Yeah man, that will work. Can you imagine if you did have pay the police them on top of the chum change when I give them more money based on the proceeds of crime, how hard they would have worked for stamp out crime in other country? Because if me a police and me know so when me come for you the money they are mine, me bomb bucklat. Pay me. So my next question is this. See? And it based on the fact say alright, SSL have to remain open because the investigators have to get to the bottom of it. But when the regular man, regardless of status and how much people, theme crimes affect, when you come for the regular man, then business locked down, same time. You know business we have to pay back, even if for two people. Now I try to show me say, the reason why I have to keep SSL open is because thousands of people have been defrauded. Now, as a government, if I was in power, if one person get defrauded, we have to get to the bottom of that. Not only when thousands of people get defrauded. So we in a country where money is safe. If you put your money in an institution where you have hundreds of people, you're not safe. They will only get to the bottom of it only if there are thousands upon thousands of people being defrauded. So you and your 100 friends with them defraud, no matter. If one person get defrauded, the government should have deal with it same way. So you can just go lock down the regular man over this place because he's accused of defrauding 20 people. So you lock down for him business. You don't care who get back for them money. You don't care about no investigation. You know business with nothing. You just lock down the company there. And everybody where they invest in it just lose. How is that a government who cares for their people? Somebody explain that to me. Because when the regular man gone to jail, we don't see the government come out with no funds, no proceeds of crime, no FSC. Nobody come out and say, oh, the big boss will just scam over there. So we have to make sure that no one fucks his baby mother. We have to make sure that his kids continue going to school where him did I take care of. Nobody no come out and make sure say, oh, the family is okay and in business keep running so them 20 people that were him scam can get back their money. And the weirdest thing never seen in my life because, for example, when I work with FBI, I don't know if I'm me, but where's the guaranteed integrity in this? So the employees that are still working won't corrupt the investigation. Usually, especially these foreign agencies, them no work so. Them bring in them own team from overseas and get rid of everybody will have nothing to do with the crime. That would have been the first step FBI especially would have taken. They would have come with them own team of work on every chair in another place there. Have somebody from overseas where investigate the matter. Even local authorities, first thing them do when them swoop down
is to get your hands away clean from the crime scene. You cannot investigate me and allow me for that delete stuff and hide things, and it just no make no sense to me. You never leave me upon the crime scene with a possibility of knowing so me can corrupt the crime scene in any kind of way. Anyway, foreign people that they work, local people that they work, and see me there, oh, the white boy there, yo, I'm going to see my boy, the file bomb buckler, I'm going to go on it. Delete. I'm just there, sit down on my desk like me innocent, I'm just delete a major part of the investigation. Do you think these people, local or abroad, would have stand such risk? Who not take for idiot? That coming like Argentina play a match and the ref born, grow, raise Argentina. Don't you think there's a huge possibility say the ref are gonna be one-sided, pun intended, and based on patriotic obligations? You don't think the ref there stand a strong chance? You don't have to, you know. You don't think him stand a strong chance for bias? Why do you think say no game where you ever watch? None. None at all. If a Jamaica against Cuba, you will not have a Jamaican or a Cuban referee in that match. So how is it that all of a sudden the workers for a company that is being heavily investigated still are going to have employees of said company who is the basis of this investigation for still dead at work? That come like you're running at my house and say me have drugs, and me I say to you, say, hold on there, brother, you know, I want to use the toilet, give me a second, and him allow me for go in the toilet and lock the door and give me my privacy while me in there flush the jugs where them come look for. And that then basically I say to you, so like we are idiot, you know. If you not hire experts to come investigate the matter, surely there's a reason why you call them expert. An expert can come sit down and go in any system. They don't need employees. Any system them can go in. Them not have to ask for a password because them are expert and for them job this, going into systems and see what went wrong. And that expert for. So why would you need simple SSL employees in any kind of way? You don't need them. Because when you log everything digitally, it's there online for you to see. Where you need them to do? Press button? ASDF space? And that you need them to do? FBI doesn't all of a sudden them know how to use one keyboard and get in one system. And that you try to tell me? Marcus Garvey say people without knowledge of them history, them origin, them past is like a tree without roots. Marcus Garvey also say to see your enemy and know him is a part of the complete education of man. The Jamaicans see them enemy every single day. And because them have Stockholm syndrome, them refuse to brand them the enemy.